So I asked you to make sure that you will have a common thing in every program that you write. What are those? Okay, what are those things that you have to write commonly in every program that you write from today? It is basically public class, okay, and a class name, and then you have public static void main, a method within that class, and you have a set of things that you got to do, or you got to ask your Java program to do, isn't it? Right? So in my first program, can you tell me what is the class name of the class? Can you tell me what is the name of the class in the first program? Okay, quickly, what is the name of the class? What is the name of the class? Okay, no, guys, I'm in second chapter today. I mean, I think it's the third chapter, right? Yeah. So what is the name of the program? Page number 11, the first program that you can see in the page number 11. Guys, come on, you guys have to be in page number 11. Okay. So yes, the name of the class is add int and int. Yes or no? So it is basically a public class and it is called add int and int. It is basically called as a class, isn't it? It is called as a class. Is that okay? Okay, fine, guys, with everyone, right? Yeah. So within that class, what do you have? Within that class, what do you have? What do you have within that class? Inside that class, within that class, what do you have? Put that in the chat box quickly. You have, exactly, very good, you have a main method, isn't it? I mean, open brace, close brace and all is understood that it is there. I don't want to tell that clear, separately, right? Within that we have a method, correct? And what is the method name? The method's name is main, correct? No, public static void main, that is your method, right? Okay, so you will basically have a source file. Within the file you have a class. Inside the class you will have a method. Inside the method, what will you have? You will have statements, isn't it, guys? You will have statements. Yesterday I showed you, right? What will you have? First thing is you will have basically have a file, correct? No, you will have a file, right? And within this file, what will you have? Within the source file, what will you have? You will have classes, correct? No, you will have class, correct? You can have multiple classes, right? Within the class, what you will have? You will have method, right? You will have method, correct? No, within method, what will you have? You will have, within the method you will have statements. Within the method you will have statements, okay, which is terminating with a semicolon. Is that okay? Is that okay? Right, guys? Right. Having said that, right, having said that, tell me, what is the first statement that you have? What is the first statement that you have? Okay, what do you call that first statement? You have something called as int num1 comma num2. By the way, first of all, guys, are everyone on the page number 11? I think everybody, I'm not writing anything on the screen, assuming that you all have that material with you. I think you guys have taken the printout, and I'm not writing anything on the screen and wasting the time. Okay, I hope that everyone has a material, right? Awesome. Having said that, super cool. Okay, now tell me, what is that first line? Int num1 comma num2 comma sum, right? What is that line called as, guys? What is the line called as? That is called as declaration. Very good, that is called as declaration. Okay, now what is the declaration telling? Okay, what is that int num1 comma num2 comma or num3, what is it called as? Okay, we have int num1 comma num2 comma, I will dissect it one by one, okay, and num3. Okay, we have something like this, right? So what are these things? Here we have two things, okay, or we have two parts. Okay, one is you call it as a data type. Okay, I'll explain you one by one. Okay, don't worry, we have something called as a data type. Okay, and then we have something called as variables. Okay, what are these called as, guys? What are these called as? These are called as variables. Okay, you have two parts over here. One is called as the data type, the other one is, the other three are called as your variables, right? Now first let me explain you what do you mean by a variable. Is that okay? First thing is I'll explain you what do you mean by a variable, right? Then you can ask me doubt if you don't understand, right? Now variable is nothing but, now say for example, if suppose I want to actually add two numbers. Okay, if I want to add two numbers, okay, tell me, okay, who will do that addition? If I want to add two numbers, say for example 5 and 7, I want to add these two numbers 5 and 7. If I want to add these two numbers, tell me who will do this addition? You must think, okay, who will do this addition? Actually, who will do this addition? No, who will do this addition? CPU, correct. CPU will do the addition, isn't it? Yes or no? I told you on the first day, no, what is the difference between CPU, RAM and all those things? Didn't I tell you guys on the first day? I think I told you about the RAM, hard disk and differences about all these things. I've told you, right? So who will do the addition? Who will do the actual addition? They actually put that in the chat box. The CPU will do the actual addition, correct? No, okay, now CPU will do the actual addition. But if I want to actually do, if the CPU has to do this addition, okay, it has to fetch this values, no, these values has to be fetched, right? Yes or no? Correct now guys? It has to be fetched, right? Yes or no? Tell me. Okay. Now from where will the CPU fetch? From where will the CPU fetch? Okay, I understand CPU will do the addition. Okay, but from where will the CPU fetch, guys? Okay, so you say memory, but memory are of two types. No, one you have your RAM, you have RAM. I told you this also, right? Then we have your hard disk. Correct now, guys? We have hard disk. Yes or no, right? Now from where will CPU fetch all the instructions that it has to be added and all those things? It would be fetched from the RAM, isn't it, guys? Correct. Now if CPU has to fetch this 5 and 7 from the RAM, right? No, so don't you think 5 and 7 has to be stored in RAM somewhere? Yes or no, guys? Tell me. 5 and 7 has to be stored somewhere, no, in the RAM. Correct? No, so don't you think it occupies some memory space? It occupies or not? If it occupies, just say occupies in the chat box. Does it occupy memory space, guys? Yes or no? It occupies, no? It occupies space in memory, correct? Okay, and after adding these two numbers, we have to save it somewhere, no? Yes or no, guys? We have to save it somewhere, right? Yes, no, just say yes or no. Yes, we have to save it somewhere. So when we are saving it somewhere, where will we save? We are again saving it back to RAM only, correct? No, so it would be stored here itself. Now when we are adding two numbers, 5 plus 7, okay, so it will give me 12, and then I am storing it in some other memory space over in here in the RAM. Yes or no? So basically, how many spaces do I need? If for this to adding two numbers, how many spaces I need? I basically need two numbers that I'll add, and the other one is to store the result. Yes or no? Now, don't you think now, if suppose I want to add two numbers, what is the basic requirement, guys? Tell me. What is the basic requirement? What is the basic requirement, guys? Quickly tell me.
Memory location.
Exactly, I need memory location, correct? No, I want memory location, right? Okay, did you understand this? You need memory location. Okay, now if I want memory location, right? Okay, now do you think memory would be, identified by what? Generally in RAM, how is it identified, guys? How do you think is identified? Okay, no, this memory, how do you identify this memory? No, it is measured in no, it is measured. Yeah, you basically identify this as addresses. Yes or no? Now how do you identify your house? How do you identify your house? When the postman comes, how do you identify the houses? All the houses, when he wants to deliver a post, he basically has an address, isn't it? Correct? No, that is nothing but your house number. House number is very important. House number, guys, it is house number, right? No, so it is basically RAM will also have one number, that is say hexadecimal addresses, x100, x200, x300, like that. All these memory locations would be having some kind of hexadecimal addresses. Yes or no, guys? Do you understand so much? Do you understand so much, everyone? Right? You have some, the RAM is having something called as hexadecimal addresses, right? Now my question is, okay, now it has hexadecimal addresses. Do you think human beings can actually, remember these hexadecimal addresses? Okay, and RAM is so dynamic, it would be changing, correct? No, it will be changing, isn't it, guys? Yes or no? So it is difficult for us to speak in terms of numbers over here. So what is it we do? Okay, for each and every house we give a name, no? Yes or no? Vijaya Lakshmi Nilaya, correct? No, or Venkatapati Nilaya. Okay, so though the house is having a name, right? Don't it is, I mean, though the house is having a number, we give a name to it, no, guys? Yes or no? We give a name to it, no? Similarly, though these memory addresses are represented using hexadecimal addresses, really physically it is having some addresses, okay, but though, because human beings cannot remember these addresses, it is very difficult for us to actually represent, okay, all the addresses in our program. What we do is we give our own names to these specific memory location. Okay, we give some names to identify specific memory location. Okay, say for example, I will call it as A, I will call it as B, I will call it as C. Okay, in memory there is no A, B, C. Only on in our programs we represent those variables with specific names called as A, B, and C. Similarly, in my program, I have represented three names. I have represented three names: num1, num2, and num3. Therefore, these are called as your variables. Is that okay? In my example here, it is A, B, C are called as variables. Okay, these can also be represented as num1, num2, and num3. Okay, they are actually called as your variables. Okay, so very simply put, variables are nothing but specific, I mean, names given to a specific memory location in memory. Guys, did you understand? So from today's class, whenever I talk about memory, I will be talking only about the RAM, and I am not talking about the hard disk. Is that okay? right? So I will not be, separately telling you about RAM and hard disk from now on. Whenever I actually talk about memory, it means I'm talking about RAM. If I mean hard disk or SSD separately, I would mention it saying that I'm talking about hard disk. Is that okay, guys? Right? So therefore, okay, so what are variables? Variables are nothing but names given to specific memory location. Okay, they can also be called as, the names can also be called as, okay, these names can also be called as identifiers. Identifiers, okay. Identifiers are nothing but names given to certain objects or certain constructs in your programming language. Is that okay, guys? Do you understand what do you mean by variables? Do you understand what do you mean by variables, guys? Yes or no, everyone? Okay, these are nothing but, or you can also simply put, you can say variables are nothing but memory locations basically. Okay, when you say, now listen to me, okay, now when you say, okay, when you say White House, okay, in US you have something called as White House, isn't it? Okay, so what is White House? You say it's a parliament, right? Okay, we have our Indian parliament, right? So that is basically a building which has a number. Yes or no, guys? Yes or no, guys? Or say for example, we have Taj Mahal, we call it as Taj Mahal. Okay, though Taj Mahal is very famous, don't you think Taj Mahal will also have one postal number, one address, one survey, one number and all that? Yes or no? So but will you call Taj Mahal as a, Taj Mahal is a building, or will you say, you'll just say Taj Mahal is a building, or you will say Taj Mahal is a name given to a building? But what will you say? Tell me. I'm just, give me an analogy. I'm trying to give you an analogy. Will you say Taj Mahal is a building, or will you say Taj Mahal is a name given to a building? What is that? I mean, when you're speaking to someone, will you say Taj Mahal is a name given to a building, or you will just say Taj Mahal is a building? What will you say? Quickly. Okay, you will say Taj Mahal is basically a building. You don't say Taj Mahal is a name. Okay, will you say Subhash is a name given to a human being who teaches Java language, or you'll just say Subhash KU is a teacher? Which one will you say? What will you say, guys? Tell me. When someone says who is Subhash, will you say Subhash is a name of a person or a human being who teaches Java to us? Will you say that, or will you simply say Subhash KU is a teacher? You will say Subhash KU is a teacher. Similarly, when someone asks you a variable, you will say variables are nothing but memory location. Okay, when you put in more detail, variables are nothing but names given to a specific memory location. Did you understand the difference, guys? Did you understand the difference? So simply put, you will say variables are nothing but memory locations. Okay, when you go detail it technically, when you speak to someone in detail, you will say variables are nothing but names given to a specific memory location. Simple. Did you understand this, guys? Did you understand what I'm trying to tell you? Yes or no? Clear with everyone? Am I fast, guys? Am I fast, or am I slow, or am I moderate? Okay, yeah. So am I, can I go in the same pace? Yeah. No, having said that, okay, now next, now listen to me very carefully. Okay, listen to me very carefully. Okay, variables you understood. Now what do you mean by a data type? What do you mean by a data type, guys? Okay, what do you mean by data type? Data type will tell you, okay, two things. Data type will basically tell you two things. Okay, no, it says don't worry about this int and all that, just understand what is the meaning of data type. Okay, so data type will tell you two things. That it will tell you how much of memory has to be allocated for the variable associated with it. Okay, now I told you that, okay, num1, num2, num3 are three variables which are, a names given to a memory location, isn't it? Did I tell you that? Right, now when you say I need three variables, right, you also have to tell the compiler how much of memory you need. You're understanding it? You have to tell the compiler. Okay, compiler will help you, giving you some amount of memory, but you have to tell the compiler how much of memory is needed. Yes or no, guys? You have to tell how much of memory is needed, whether you need 1 byte, you need 2 bytes, you need 4 bytes of memory, or how much of memory is needed. You have to tell your compiler, right? So that is what is told by your data type. Data type will tell the compiler how much of memory has to be allocated for the variables associated with it. Correct now, guys? Do you understand? So when I say int a, okay, how many variable is there? How many variables are here? How many variables are here, guys? Tell me. One variable is there. Okay, and what is the name of that variable? What is the name of the variable? A. What is the type of that variable? What is the data type of that variable? It is integer. So now the compiler will understand, okay, the programmer is asking me to actually allocate a memory and associate that memory with a name as A, okay, and give that memory some amount of memory location. Okay, so how big that memory should be is decided by the int data data type. You understanding, guys? It's not only int, it can be different other data types also, right? Now I did not ask you how much of bytes and all that, guys, so don't answer anything now. For now, just listen to answer, I mean, just listen to me very carefully, okay, because it might confuse you, right? So listen to me carefully. So data type will tell you how much of memory has to be allocated for the variable associated with it. Did you understand so much? Okay, don't answer anything else. Just I'll take you slowly, I will take you one by one, I'll take you, don't worry. Okay, do you understand the meaning of a data type? Okay, no, data type will tell you two things. One is how much of memory has to be allocated and what type of data must be stored in this particular variable. I'll tell you about all those things in detail later. For now, in some time. Did you understand this, guys? Okay, now did you understand so much? I'm proceeding further. Is that okay? I'm proceeding further. I'll move ahead. Everyone, right? Okay, any doubts here, guys? Any doubts now? Quickly, quick doubts in this what I've discussed. Nothing outside, anything in this which I've discussed. No doubts? Okay, now, okay, so how many types of data types are there in Java? How can data types in Java be classified as? Okay, I have given you in the material. There are two ways in which you can actually classify your data types. What are they? One is your primitive data types. First type of classification is primitive data types. Okay, primitive data types. Okay, and second one is reference data types. What is it called as? Reference data types, right? Now, so now for now I will be explaining only primitive data types. Okay, so when the time comes I will be explaining you reference data types. Is that okay, guys? Okay, because if I want to explain reference data types in detail, you must understand what do you mean by objects. So after discussing object oriented thinking, I would be explaining about reference data types, but I will be making use of reference data types, don't worry. Okay, but in detail about what do you mean by reference data types, I can only explain only after object oriented thinking in Java. For now I'll only explain you what do you mean by primitive data types. Is that okay, guys? Did you understand this? Is that okay right now? Yeah, right. So now let me explain once again. Primitive data types are inbuilt in Java. It means the Java language provides it. The Java language will give us, right? No, so reference data types are user defined. What are they? They are user defined. They are not provided by the Java language. They are user defined. Okay, no, understand so much. So don't worry about what you mean by user defined and all that. For now, you have to only understand that primitive data types are inbuilt in the Java language. Java language gives us, right? No, the language, it is part of the language, right? Whereas reference data types are given to are nothing but user defined. Okay, where the programmers have created it by their own, right? No, so they are called as your reference data types. Is that okay, guys? So now shall we discuss primitive data types? Before that, tell me, I'll ask you some questions, right? What do you mean by variable, guys? Put that in the chat box. What do you mean by variables? Just to check whether you have understood or not. What do you mean by variables? Okay, it is nothing but, okay, names given to memory location, isn't it? Okay, specific memory locations, yes or no? What does your data type give you? I mean, what do you mean by data type? What will data type tell you? Mainly, what does data type tell you, guys? Okay, tell me, what does data? Okay, cool. Okay, so what will data type tell you? Data type will tell you how much of memory has to be allocated for the variables associated with it. Yes or no, guys? Okay, now how many types of data types are there? How many types of data types are there, guys? Two types of data types. What are those? What are those two types of data types, guys? Tell me, what are those? Okay, they are nothing but, quickly, primitive data types and reference data types. Awesome. Right, now listen to me carefully. Okay, now what are those primitive data types? It is there in the material. Can you tell me one by one, guys? Okay, can you tell me one by one what are those primitive data types? Okay, yeah, first one is what? It is Boolean. It is Boolean. Okay, second one, what do you have second one as? You have char. Okay, now what is the third one? What is the third one that you have? You have int. Okay, so is the third one is, I have given you byte, right? We'll order it in that way of form only. Okay, character, then byte, okay, then short, okay, then int, then long, okay, then long, then you have, okay, float, and then you have double. Correct? No, these are your primitive data types. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Correct? No, so there are how many primitive data types in Java? Put that in the chat box. There are 8 primitive data types. Is that okay? Right, now let us understand. So what did data type tell you? I told you something. What do you mean by data type? What do you mean by data type? Data type will tell you how much of space has to be allocated, yes or no. Okay, how much of space has to be allocated, yes or no. Okay, now Okay, so now tell me how much of, when you create a variable of Boolean type, when you create a variable of Boolean type by saying, okay, say Boolean, okay, Boolean A. Now tell me how much of memory would be allocated for this Boolean A. Any idea how much of memory would be allocated for this? Okay, it is not defined. Okay, it means, or it is undefined. You can call it as undefined. It is not told by our Java programming language. It means whoever will develop the compiler, that is your Java compiler, they will decide how much of memory can be allocated for Boolean. It is not defined. Okay, but if Subhash KU is defining if Subhash KU is defining or is creating a compiler, then Subhash KU will make use of only one bit. Okay, only one bit, because to represent true or false, one bit is enough. Yes or no? But yes, the language has not defined it. Whoever implements the compiler, they can define it. Is that okay, guys? Now, having said that, now if you create, okay, a variable called as char, okay, say A, in that case, can you tell me how much of byte will be allocated for character? Okay, in one byte in your okay, C language right now, or in C++ language. In Java, char will occupy 2 bytes. Okay, char will occupy 2 bytes. Is that okay? Now when I create, okay, by saying byte A, then how much of memory would be allocated for this A? Okay, it would be 1 byte. Okay, byte is 1 byte. Okay, now when I create a variable using, okay, short A, then how much of memory will be allocated for this, guys? Okay, it would be 2 bytes. Is that okay? It would be 2 bytes. Now when I create a variable of type integer, then how much of memory would be allocated for this? It would, the memory allocated for A would be 4 bytes. Very good. Now if suppose I create a variable of type long A, then how much of memory would be allocated for this? 8 bytes would be allocated. Correct? No. Now if I create a variable of type float, okay, then how much of memory would be allocated for this, guys? Okay, it would be 4 bytes. Right? Now if suppose I create a memory of type double, okay, double A, then how much of memory would be allocated for this? It would be 8 bytes. Okay, this is nothing but the amount of memory that would be allocated for a variable associated with its own data types. Is that okay? Is that okay, guys? Okay, can you please put that in your material? Can you please write that in your material, guys, the numbers? Please write all these numbers in your material on top of each data type. Please put that. Okay, I'm going slow. Okay, now let me tell you, these are float kind of data types. Float, okay, which represents a number with a decimal point, 6.5. You're understanding it? This is having a decimal point, so these two represents floating point numbers. Is that okay? Right, now these four represent integer numbers. They belong to integer category. Okay, it means they do not have a floating point number. It is just 6. They do not have a decimal part to it. Yes or no? This will represent a character. Okay, what do you mean by a character? Anything that is enclosed within a single quote is basically called as a character. Okay, now it will be enclosed within a single quote is basically character. And in Java, all characters would be represented using, in C language, how all characters are represented within in the memory. How is it actually represented, guys? Okay, tell me, put that in the chat box. Okay, quickly. It is represented using ASCII. Yeah, it is. Yeah, correct. See, you create characters using single quote like this. Within a single quote, you put your character in Java or in C and all that. But internally, how will you represent it? You use something called as ASCII value. Yes or no? You use in C language, you use something called as ASCII, right? In Java, what will you make use of? Java, you have another encoding system called as Unicode. Okay, it is Unicode. I'll explain in a while. Is that okay? And this is basically a bool data type to indicate whether it is true or false. Is that okay, guys? Did you understand this? Now, did you understand this? Okay, now let me explain you a little bit more detail about, listen to me, guys, listen to me carefully. Okay, now if suppose I say int a is equal to 7 semicolon. Okay, if I say int a is equal to 7 semicolon, you know how this would look like in memory, guys? Okay, it would look like this. You will have a memory location. Okay, how big it would be? How big? When I say int a, how big it would be, guys? Tell me how big it would be. It would be 4 bytes big. Correct? What is the name of this? What is the name of this, guys? What is the name of the variable? Okay, the name of the variable is a. Okay, it would have some hexadecimal address. No, on the RAM it would have some hexadecimal address. Okay, now what will be there inside this? memory location, it would be 7. This is how this would be represented in memory. Correct? No? Correct now, guys? Yes or no? All right. So, but when you say char a is equal to a character, okay, in Java all characters would be represented within your single quote. Okay, when you write a over here, right, now tell me one memory location, there would be one memory location allocated in on the RAM. Okay, what would be the size of this memory location, guys? What would be the size of this memory location? It would be 2 bytes. What is the name of it? What is the name of it? What is the name that I've given? I've given a. Okay, and it will have some address, say 100 some address. Okay, now and then what would be stored inside this? Do you think a would be stored in memory? Do you think a would be stored in memory, guys? Do you think a would be stored in memory? No, it cannot store. See, can RAM store a? Can a RAM store a, guys? Can a RAM store a? Okay, in a RAM, okay, what should that RAM contain? What should a RAM contain, guys? Tell me. RAM is nothing but what? All zeros and ones, isn't it? All 0 1 1 0 1 0. This information would be present in the RAM. Correct or not? Yes or no, guys? Right? But now in this case, in the first example, can 7 be represented? Can 7 be represented as zeros and ones? Can 7 be represented in zeros and ones, guys? Yes or no? How will 7 be represented in the RAM? When I represent 7 on the RAM, how will it look like, guys? Tell me. Okay, 0 0 0 0 0 1 1 1. Don't you think this is how it is possible? This is 7. So when I store 7 in memory, it would be in this format. So it is possible. But if I would have stored a like this, is it possible to represent this in terms of binary zeros and ones? Is it possible? No, right? That is why Java decided, let us give a number to a. Yes or no? Let us give one identification number to this a, so that, okay, so that would be in some decimal format. That is nothing but 65. In decimal it is 65. Yes or no? More about Unicode I'll tell you later. For now, okay, so that is called a 65. Right now 65 will be a number. No, guys, can 65 be represented using binary format? Can we represent 65 using binary format? Yes or no? So that is the reason, okay, we have made use of your Unicode or ASCII or whatever it is. You're understanding this? So this is basically called as encoding system. This is called as what? Encoding system. It means encoding is nothing but giving a equivalent value to a character so that that could be represented in memory, so that it could be actually, you know, represented in terms of bits. That is the reason we, for every character, we have given, okay, we in the sense who, not me, okay, the encoding system, okay, universally there is a coordinating team, okay, for encoding. So they have identified a number so that it can be universally accepted, okay, and the encoding value, decimal value for a is nothing but 65, which can also be, which is nothing but a, you call it as an ASCII value. Is that okay, guys? Did you understand what you mean by this? Okay, so whenever you're storing a character into a character variable, okay, that character is not stored, rather its Unicode value or your ASCII value is stored here. Is that okay? So more about Unicode, ASCII I'll be discussing in the next chapter, so don't worry for it now. Is that okay? Is it called okay? Okay. So Sindhu is asking what it is called as. What it is called as means which it is called as. I did not understand what it is called as. I did not understand what it is called as. Anyways, okay. So my question is, did you understand so much? Okay. Some encoding. What do you mean by some encoding? Oh, Sindhu, what? Can you unmute yourself and talk to me, Sindhu? Sindhu, can you unmute yourself and talk to me quickly, so that I'll not. Is that okay? Quick, Sindhu, talk to me. No, I am not understanding. This is called as encoding system. Sindhu, quickly. Instead of typing, please talk to me quickly so that we'll not waste our time. Okay, cool. Right. Now, guys, do you understand? Sir, can you explain char once again? Okay, dude, it's very simple, dude. Okay, so char is okay. Okay, did you understand what you mean by data type? Okay. Sahil, can you unmute yourself quickly? Quickly, can you unmute yourself? Sahil, quickly.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Sahil. So this is Sahil, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Sahil. Sahil, did you understand what you mean by data type?
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. So what will data type give you? What will data type tell you?
The space allocation, sir.
How much of space has to be allocated? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So char is also one kind of data type. Okay.
Okay, sir.
For which 2 bytes of memory would be allocated. Okay.
Okay, sir.
And anything that you see on your keyboard, you have your characters, no, on your keyboard. You have characters on your keyboard, A, B, C, D, and all that.
Yes, sir.
Suppose I want to store that character into memory, not numerals, not digits, 7, 8, 9, and all that. I want to store characters. Correct? Okay, so how will I store those characters into memory, right? No, so in Java you have to make use of, you can store any character using within a, I mean you have to store that character within a single quote. Okay, Sahil?
Okay, sir.
Yeah, now when you store it within a single quote, so the compiler will understand that this is basically a character, correct? No, now when you say int a is equal to 7, 7 can be stored directly into a, no problem, because 7 is a digit and that could be represented in binary format. Okay, no, Sahil?
Okay, sir.
But a, do you have any binary format for a?
No, sir.
Okay, you do not have a binary format for this. Then if you do not have a binary format, how will you store it into a? Correct? No, it is not possible, right? So for that reason, whenever the, so this encoding people, what they have done, Java people, what they have done, for every characters that is enclosed within a single code, for every characters, okay, they have given a number identified by a number. Okay, no, so when you say char a is equal to capital A within single quotes, instead of storing a, for human beings, for programmers, it is nothing but a, but when it is getting stored in memory, okay, a will not be stored, rather its ASCII value would be stored, that is 65. So why did they decide to do that? Because when they store a number, equivalent number, it is easy for, okay, your compiler to convert that into binary format and store it into RAM. That is the reason. Is that okay? Did you understand this?
Yes, sir.
If you did not understand, ask me what is your specific doubt. I'll explain it to you once again.
Understood, sir.
You understood? Clear? Pakka?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Okay, fine. So having said this, guys, okay, so Ramya is asking ASCII or Unicode. In Java, it is basically Unicode. So within Unicode, ASCII also can be represented. So it means that ASCII is a small one, okay, which can represent from -128 to +128, okay, and Unicode is much bigger than that. So ASCII is a part of Unicode. So more about Unicode encoding system, I'll tell you later. For now, let us not worry about it. Is that okay? Okay, Joshua, no, in as, yeah, Joshua, it's a good question. Okay, so but anyways, I was about to explain this in the next chapter, but still, because you asked, I'm telling you this. Okay, so in ASCII you can only represent English character. In Unicode you can represent Kannada, Hindi, Tamil, Telugu, Marathi, then Japanese, Korean, Chinese, English, and Spanish. Lot of all such kind of characters are involved into Unicode. Can be represented using Unicode. Is that okay? Right? Is that okay? Anyways, I'll explain that later. Okay, so if you don't believe me, give me a moment. Okay, let me check the page number. I don't remember which page number. Okay, can you go to page number 20? Can you all go to page number 20? Okay, and did you see I have represented some characters in Chinese and Kannada? Did you see that, guys? If you have seen that, just say scene, page number 20. So there I'll be explaining you Unicode. Did you see that? Okay, so have patience till there. So I will be telling you what is Unicode over there. Is that okay? Is that okay, guys? Yeah, yeah. That is basically called as a encoding system. Is that okay? Yeah, awesome. Right, now did you understand data types and variables? Right, now I'm removing this from the screen. Okay, now the next one is, okay, so now, so there are some rules when you're actually creating your variable names. Okay, when you write your variable names, right, int a semicolon, right, you create your variable name, right? So when you create a variable name, there are certain rules that got to be followed, that you got to follow. Okay, so what are those rules I've given you over there? Can you please read it out? The rules for naming a variable are as follows. Okay, Firasat, you are there in the class?
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir. I'm here.
Very good evening, Firasat. Firasat, can you please name, read those rules that are given for
Yes,
variable?
sir. Yes, sir. I will read.
What is the first one?
You cannot start a name with a number. It
Exactly.
must start.
Stop. You cannot start a name with a number. It means you cannot have a variable name called as 1a. It will give you a compile time error. You cannot have that. Okay. Yeah. Next.
It must start with a letter, number,
Comma,
or a
and then there is a
dollar sign.
number. Scratch that number. It is not number. It is underscore. It is a typo. Okay. It
Okay,
must
sir.
start with a letter, underscore, or a dollar sign. Can you please put that? Scratch that number
Okay,
and make it as underscore. Is that okay? Right.
okay, sir.
Then next point.
You can name a variable anything you wish to as long as it is not a Java reserved keyword.
Exactly. It means, okay, you can name whatever you want, but you cannot say int public semicolon. You cannot say this. When you say int public, you know what happens? Public is already defined by Java. Java language understands public as something else. It is basically called as a keyword. It is a reserved word. Okay. It is used by language by the Java language for some other purpose. Okay, Java understands public keyword as something else. Therefore, you cannot use public as your variable name. Okay, now if suppose you say int class, even this is not allowed because class is basically a keyword. You cannot say int for, okay, because for is also a keyword. So there are certain keywords in Java which cannot be used. So none of the keywords can be used as your variable name. Did you understand this, guys? Yes or no? Okay, it can be anything, it can be anything as long as it is not a reserved keyword in Java. Is that okay? Is that okay, guys? Did you all understand that clearly? Yes, no? Right. Having said that, okay, now I will show you, or I will tell you what do you mean by how do you write your variable names, right? Now, listen to me carefully. We have something called as camel case notation. What is it called as, guys? Put that in the chat box. We have something called as camel case notation. Okay, put that in the chat box. Camel case notation. Okay, so how do you use camel case notation? Very simple. Okay, so in Java you have two things. Okay, what is that? One is your class names. I know I have not discussed class names. I mean class, so don't worry. Okay, there is something called as class names, and then you have something called as identifier names, or you can call it as variable names, okay, or function names, or method names. Sorry, okay, variable names or your function names. Okay, I know you might not understand clearly, so don't worry. Okay, this is just a convention. Okay, so whenever you are giving a name to a class, whenever you are giving a name to a class, right, and if that name has two words, okay, it has one, or I mean it has more than one word. Okay, say for example, I want to name the class as sum of two numbers. In that case, how many words are there, guys? Tell me. Sum of two numbers, how many words are there? Okay, sum of two numbers, four words. No, four words are there, right? So what I can do is, okay, see here how I am writing it. Sum of two numbers. Did you see that? Okay, the first character of each and every word must be put in capital letters. Did you see that? The first letter of each word has to be put in capital letters. Not mandatory. It is just a convention followed in Java. Is that okay? Whereas for variable names and function names, when you want to give a name like the sum of two numbers, then okay, keep the first letter of the first word small. Okay, and the rest you follow as it is. Sum of two numbers. Sum of two numbers. Okay, no? So when you see any word that starts from capital letter, you can assume in Java that it is basically a class. Okay, and all variable names and function names, okay, if you have multiple words for those names, then for the first word, first letter, keep it in small letter, that is in small case, and the rest and all you can have it, the first letter can be in your capital, what do you call, in uppercase. Guys, is that okay? Lowercase and uppercase. Okay, here everything, the first letter of all the words for your class names must be in your uppercase. Okay, so it is not mandatory, it is only a convention followed. Is that okay? Right now, so if you see the names of all standard Java libraries, standard APIs of Java, standard variables of Java, everything would be following camel case notation. So if you want to be a real good Java programmer, so just follow the convention that has been defined by Java language. You can basically make use of this. These are called as camel case. Is that okay, guys? Did you understand this? Yes, no? Yes, no, guys? Did you understand this? Yes, no? Okay, coming back. Okay, coming back. Okay, so you want to take a picture of this, or can you want to write it down? Just write it down. Just write it down somewhere. Okay, just write it down so that I can proceed further. Just write it down in your material. Okay, just give this example and write down. I'll take a picture of this or whatever it is. Is that okay? I'm removing this from the screen for now. Okay, yeah. Now, so what happens? Let us go back to our program again. Okay, and we have two other lines. What are the first line is over? First line is called as declaration. Did you understand the first line? I think no doubt in that first line. No doubt. No doubt. No. Okay, right. Second line. What is that called as? Okay. Now, did I use camel case, guys? Did I use camel case in that program? Okay, tell me, have I used camel case? Okay. Did you see what is the class name? What is the class name? What is the class name, guys? Did you see that? Have we used, see the class name and see the variable names. See the class name and see the variable names. Okay, what is the variable name now? Tell me what is the variable name? Okay. See whether I have used exactly. Did I use that camel case notation over there? Yeah, cool. Okay, so what are these lines called as? Num1 is equal to 5 semicolon. Okay, num2 is equal to, okay, 6 semicolon. What are these two called as, guys? What are these called as? Okay, these are called as assignment statements. What are they called as? They are called as assignment statements. Okay, no, these are called as assignment statements. Assignment statements. Okay, no, now if these are assignment statements, okay, then what is this called as? Int, okay, num1 is equal to 1. What is this called as? What is this line called as? This is called as
Declaration.
initialization. This is called as initialization, right? Now, so what is the difference between initialization and assignment statements? Okay, no, so during assignment it is nothing but like this: num1 comma num2, right? Now, so first variables are created, okay, but it is not given value during its birth. Okay, no, it is not given value during its birth, whereas it is given value over a period of time. After some time it is given some value, whereas here in this case, initialization, during the birth itself I give some value to it. That is basically called as your initialization. That is the difference. Doesn't make much of a difference, but yes, I just wanted to give you the difference between these two. Is that okay? So in this case, what am I doing? I'm storing the value of 5 into the variable num1, and I'm storing the value of 6 into the variable num2, and equal to is called as your assignment operator, which I'll be discussing in tomorrow's session, not today. Is that okay? Tomorrow or day after tomorrow, in the next chapter. Is that okay, guys? Right, these two are called as assignment. Okay, and now what is the third line? What am I doing in the third line? What am I doing in the third line, guys? Tell me quickly. What am I doing in the third line? Sum is equal to num1 plus num2. Num1 plus num2. This is what I'm doing in the third line. So what am I doing? I'm basically adding two numbers and storing the value into sum. Correct? No. So sum is another variable. So I'm using sum, or yes, I'm using sum in the material, correct? No, so num1 and num2 are two different variables which stores 5 and 6. I'm adding those two values and storing into another variable called as sum. Is that okay? This is basically an expression. More about operators and expression I'll be discussing in the next chapter, so don't worry, I'm only concentrating on the main parts. Is that okay? And then what is the next one, guys? What is the next line telling you? What is the next line telling you? Can you tell me what is the next line telling you? Okay, so system.out.println. Okay, I guess everybody are having the material, right? Everybody are looking at the material. Okay, yeah, so next one says system.out.println, which is used for printing. Okay, now open the bracket. What is there after opening the bracket? What is there after opening the bracket, guys? It is having a string, no? It is having a string, no? Just say yes or no. It is having a string, right? Did you remember yesterday we did 5 Subhash 5 and all that? Go back to page number 9. Go back to page number 9. Let us quickly revise. After going back to page number 9, just tell me page number 9 in the chat box, so that I know that everybody have gone back to page number 9. Okay, so you're all on page number 9, isn't it? Now see what happened in the last statement. What happened with the last line? System.out.println. What happened, guys? Tell me. So you had a string called as Subhash. When added with 5, what happened? That 5 got concatenated with Subhash and it became Subhash 5, and then it became Subhash 5. Yes or no? Correct? No? Right. So in the same way, in our current example, what is there? System.out.println. We have a string first, correct? No, Subhash, sum of, there is a string called as sum of, which is getting concatenated with what? What is contained in num1? What is contained with num1? Num1 is a variable, right? It contains 5. Therefore, what is the output? Sum of, okay, I'm writing it over here. You can see sum of, okay, sum of, okay, and then what is there? 5. Okay, sum of 5, and then again this is getting concatenated with one more string. Therefore, it becomes sum of 5, and this entire thing will become a string now. And there is one more variable, okay, for that is num2, which is nothing but 6. 5 and 6. Again, there is one concatenation with equal to, okay, is nothing but sum, which is nothing but 5 plus 6 is 11. So this will be your output. Is that okay, guys? Did you understand how this system.out.println work now? Okay, sum of 5 and 6 is equal to 11. For this is the reason I explained you how system.out. will work in detail in the previous chapter. Did you understand this, guys? Yes or no? Hello, did you understand or not? Okay, concatenation within your system.out.println. Everyone, yes, no, clear? Okay. Okay, 1 second. Kausalya. Why can't the output be sum of num1 and num2 is equal to sum? Very good. Okay, Kausalya, if you want the output as sum of num1 and num2 is equal to sum, then you have to write like this. Very simple. Okay, now sum of num1 and num2. These are all characters. Num1 and num2 is equal to sum. Num1 and num2 is equal to sum. Why don't you write like this? You write like this only, no? So this will be your output. And if you say system.out.println, and when you write sum of num1 and num2 is equal to sum, Kausalya, this will be your output. Okay, no, so we don't need, okay, the output as sum of num1 and num2. Instead, we need the value of it. This is basically a value, right? Therefore, I will cut this over here. I will attach a plus so that this gets concatenated. So the Java will actually take the value that is there in num1. Okay, no, so system.out.println will take the value which is there within this, and then plus, put a double quote. Okay, put a double quote, then I want the value within this, therefore plus. Okay, no, and then again plus, then equal to, then plus, this will give the value. Okay, no, scanner line. Where is the scanner line here? Vikshit Shetty, what is that scan? Can you please unmute yourself and talk to me? What do you mean by scanner line? Where is it? Where is the scanner line?
Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah, Vikshit.
Yeah, sir.
Yeah, Vikshit, tell me what scanner ma?
That scanner.in equals to new scanner of system.
Where is it? You're in which page number?
12 page number, sir.
I'm in 11th page number.
Okay, sir. You are solving that. Okay, sir.
I am on 11th page number.
Yes, sir. Sorry, sir.
Why are you in a hurry, Vikshit?
No, sir. I thought this same this thing was there. No, some num1 plus num2. So I didn't see that properly.
Okay. Now you saw properly?
Yes, sir.
If you don't see, I will give you properly. Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Very good. See now. I'm in page number 11. Don't be in a hurry. Is that okay? Yeah.
Yes.
So what is that? Suhinder Raj is telling. Okay. KB Bhagya, can you please unmute yourself and ask me question? I didn't understand. Guys, doubts has to be, please unmute and then ask me doubts. Then so that I can proceed further. Tell me. Bhagya.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Yeah. Tell me.
Sir, why no plus at the end of the statement of system.out.println?
Okay. What do you want to concatenate? End means where? Here.
Like plus num1 plus.
Where? Here. Num1 plus. It is there, no?
Yes, sir, but at the end, like.
Where? Here.
Yes, sir.
I have nothing to concatenate with this. That is why.
Okay, sir.
What is that you want to concatenate? Tell me.
Yes, sir. Now I'm clear.
Now you're clear? Okay.
Yes,
No. This is not there. Sorry. 1 second. This is not there. Sorry, ma. Sorry. Okay. Yeah. Correct now?
Yes, sir.
Now it is correct. No? Yeah. Correct.
Yes,
So
yes.
this is double quotes is not there. Yeah. Right.
Okay, sir.
This double quotes is for this. Is that okay? This equals to sign. Is that okay? Because I want this exact. So anything that you have within your double quotes will be printed as it is. Okay. And when you have a variable name, its value would be taken and then concatenated with this double quotes. Is that okay?
Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you, sir.
No problem. Is that okay? Guys? Hello? Is that okay? Any doubt with the first program? Okay. So this was a simple program to add two numbers. Is that okay? This was a simple program to add two numbers. Is this okay? Clear with you guys? Okay. Guys, tell me, am I very slow or am I very fast? I am moderate. Okay. But everybody are understanding, no? Right? Okay, cool. Do you want me to go fast, guys? Do you want me to go fast? You can tell me quickly. No, I'll be in the same this one. Okay, right, cool. Now at the end, okay, cool, guys. Okay. Now at the end of this page, okay, there are two programs. Okay, write a program to add two floating point numbers and write a program to add one integer and one floating point number. We will do it quickly after learning some theory concepts. Is that okay? Is that okay? Right. So don't worry. I'll come back to that, and because that needs some extra, what is that? Theoretical concept, right? Now in the first program there is a problem. In the first program there is a problem, right? Now, can you tell me what is that problem? I don't like that kind of program. What is the problem? Okay. Can anyone tell me? Firasat, can you unmute yourself and talk to me, Firasat?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Firasat, what is the problem in that program? Yeah?
Yes.
Firasat, someone washing dishes in your house?
Yes, sir.
You see, I can hear all your water sound and all that.
Sorry, sir.
It's okay. Tell you. Come on. Huh? Next, what is the problem there?
Uh, Sir, it looks more complicated when compared to the previous programs. Sir.
Hey, not that one. Yeah, 11th one. I'm asking about 11th one. Firasat, what you are doing in page number 11? In the top program is there, no? In the 11th program.
Yes, sir. Yes,
That
sir.
program I don't like. Okay, because there is one problem in that problem or program. What is that? What is that program doing, Firasat? Tell me.
I didn't find any problem there, sir.
Why you did not find? I will tell you. Tell me. Okay, what is that program doing? Tell me. That program is adding two numbers, no?
Yes, sir. That program is adding two numbers that are
And what are those two numbers? Tell me.
integers, sir.
No. What are those two numbers? What are those values?
5 and 6, sir.
That program will add only 5 and 6, not anything else.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that is the problem. Correct. No, the problem is that that program will add only two values and not any other values. Okay. Do you want such kind of program?
No, sir.
Like such kind of program? Will you
No,
go
sir.
to an ATM which will give you only 100 rupees, not anything else?
No, sir.
Okay, no. You go to ATM. You want how much ever you want. It must give you, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
If your ATM will tell you no, boss, you enter only 100. That's the only note that I can give you, not more than that. That's all. Will you like that ATM?
No, sir.
Dirty ATM, yes or no? Similar.
Yes, sir.
This program will add only two numbers, 5 and 6. It will not add any other two numbers. Correct? No?
Yes, sir.
That's the problem. Now, how do we overcome that problem? How do we overcome that problem? Okay, no, we will overcome that problem by taking random two values from the keyboard. Correct, now, Firasat?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you can go on mute. You can go on mute. Okay. So
Okay.
if I want to make the program generic, this program, the first program that we discussed now is not generic, right? To make the program generic, what is that we have to do? We have to take the input from the keyboard during runtime. Yes or no? We have to take that input from the keyboard, right? So how do we take the keyboard? Okay. In C language, what did we do? In C language, what did we do, guys? Tell me. We used a function called as
scanf.
scanf. Yes or no? We have something called as scanf, right? Now in Java, we have another method to do it. Okay. What is that called as? Now take your book, pen and a book, and write it 5 times. I want to write this 5 times. Okay. Don't ask me what is this all for now. Okay. Once I reach page number 65, I'll tell you what are all these things. For now, you have to just follow what I am saying. You have to make use of the scanner class. Okay. So scanner, see, is the S capital? Is the S capital, guys? Did you see S is capital? Yes or no? Yeah. So when the S is capital, what does it mean? When S is capital, what does it mean? What does it mean? Okay, tell me, what does it mean? It means it is a class. It is a class name. Yes or no? Yeah. The moment you see it is a caps, you must understand it is basically a class name. What is a class? What is the object? We'll discuss in page number 65. Very good. Okay, no? Yeah. So write down this scanner in is equal to, you have to now memorize this line. I will tell you later why, what are all these things. Scanner system.in, system.in semicolon, right? And then, okay, now you want to take some values to the variable. So what will you do in the variable? Num1 is equal to in dot next int, in dot next int, okay. Now tell me, what is next int? Is it a class? What is next int? Is it a class?
Variable, sir.
Hey, who is that? Who is that?
Firasat.
Hey, Firasat, dirty girl you are. This is not.
Sir, actually, with camel case notation, you gave I capital, sir.
No, see here, correct.
Right.
It should, but here, it would have been a variable if it was not, if there was no open bracket and close bracket. Therefore, this basically becomes a method. What does it become? It becomes a method. Correct. Now, didn't I tell you that? So you can use camel case notation for two things, either for variable names or for method names, right? No. So basically, it is here. there are two words. One is next, the other one is int. Okay, the first word, first letter is small case. Second word, the first letter is caps. So this, and it has a open bracket and a closed bracket. Therefore, you call it as a method. What do you mean by method? What is function? We'll discuss later. Don't worry about it. Okay, now Kausalya is asking, can we call it as function? So basically, I told you the difference between function, okay, and method. Function when we write within a method, function when we write within a class is basically called as a method. And if you still want to call it as a function, you can call it. But I personally don't like to call it as a function because it is an object-oriented programming language. Okay, I would suggest you to basically use the word method itself. Is that okay, guys? Right now, so next int is a, now listen to me, I'll tell you something but you won't understand, but it's okay, listen to me very carefully. Next int is a method which is defined within the class scanner. Okay, next int is a method that is defined inside a scanner. I know you won't understand this, don't worry, but if you want to take an integer from the keyboard, you have to use this method itself. Okay, now you might ask me what is in dot and all that. Don't worry, okay, let me tell you now, but don't worry, you won't understand. If I tell also you won't understand, so don't worry. In is basically an object. Okay, dot is an operator and next int is basically a method. I know you won't understand, so don't worry, but you have to memorize these two lines. Can you please write this 5 times in the book and tell me done one? Quickly write this 5 times. These two lines I want you to write it 5 times. Okay, one by one. This is once, then again second time, then third time, then fourth time, fifth time. Write these two lines, guys, quickly. Write these two lines quickly and tell me done one. You must not cheat me. You have to do it. If you cheat me, gone case. Java Damar. Java career Damar. If you cheat me. You want your Java career to be Damar? Cheat me. If you want to have wonderful Java career, you want to earn lot of money, then you do whatever I'm saying. Don't cheat me. Okay? Sir,
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, who is this?
Sir, this is Zeba.
What ba?
Zeba.
Zeba. Zeba, tell me.
Yeah, sir. Sir, I didn't understand why to use the plus sign. I know it's to concatenate.
Where here?
In the system.out.println.
Okay. You did not understand plus sign. Huh? Plus is basically okay. You continue with your question. Tell me.
Yeah, I didn't, because it is missing in the sum of and in and.
No, 1 minute. Where are you talking about? What is missing?
The program, sir.
Which program?
The the page number 11.
Page number 11. Okay. What is missing?
The plus sign, I didn't understand why it is used and when it is used. I know it is used to for concatenate, but
okay. Listen. Come to page number 9. Come to page number 9.
Yeah, sir.
Okay. Before that. Okay. Now after adding two numbers, okay, you have added two numbers. Assume right now. If you are adding two numbers and you want to print the output as sum of the first number that you took and the second number you took, and you want to print the sum. Is that okay? That is, you want the output like this. Sum of 5 and 6 is 11. This is what you want the output as. Okay.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
This is the output that you are expecting, correct? Okay.
Yeah.
Now tell me, how will you get this output now?
By adding.
No. Suppose, so okay, which method will you, which function will you use, or which method will you use? You will use system.out.println, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. This is the one which we use basically to print this output, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now tell me, what will I do? Okay. So if I say sum of, that's all, only this, sum of, correct? What will be the output of this? Tell me.
Sum of.
It will be sum of, correct? But what we need? Sum of
5 and 6.
Okay. Now if I write sum of, I'll write like this. If I write sum of 5, then what will be the output?
Sum of 5.
Sum of 5, correct? No? Okay. What if I write it as sum of 5 and sum of 5 and then what will be the output?
Sum of 5 and
this will be the output, correct? Now,
yes, sir.
what if I want to actually, if suppose I have taken in the variable, right? I've taken in my current program, page number 11, what is the variable, what is the number that I've taken? 5 and 6, right?
Yes, sir.
5 and 6. Okay. What if I take that as 7 and 8? What if I
It will
take
be
7
sum
and
of
8?
7 and 8.
In that case, should I change here also 7 and 8?
Yes, sir.
It will become difficult now every time changing it.
Yes, sir.
Okay, no? So what is it we have to do?
So we will
Instead of that,
assign it to
I'll-
num1 and num2.
num1 and num2. So what I'll do, I'll just say sum of, correct? And then
Sir.
I will concatenate this with, okay, the variable num1. Okay. Now when we concatenate, what happens? When you concatenate a string with another number, what will happen? That itself, that will also become a string.
Okay, sir.
Did you understand?
Yeah.
What will this become now? Tell me. This will become, what will be the output given by this?
Sum of plus what would be the
Whatever
number?
value there here, correct? And then I want this and. If I want this and, what I will do?
Plus
Plus
and
string.
string.
String. So now this entire thing will become unstring, correct?
Yes, sir.
Now I want 6. What will I do?
Plus num2.
Num2. Now you understood?
Yes, sir.
Here?
Sir,
Okay, right? Tell me.
sir,
Yeah.
sir, I am Harnath, sir. Harnath.
Harinath, tell me, Harinath.
Sir, in between of sum of and 5, we don't get any space character also. That's why.
If we do not have any, in the material, no?
Yes, sir.
After sum of, put a space bar. I have not put.
Okay, sir.
Is that okay? You know why I did not put?
I don't know, sir.
Very simple. When I put that space, I think while printing, it was going to the next line. That is why I would have avoided that space.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
If you see all the letters are in different, in the same font, only that system.out.println is in small font. Did you see that?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, because when I was giving for printing, what happened, that came to the next line. Might be that is why I did some adjustment there. But you can put a space bar there. Is that okay?
Okay, sir.
Okay, cool. Right?
Thank
Now, did you all write scanner class, guys? Scanner? Okay. Did you write that scanner class? Yes, no? Awesome, right? Now, scanner. Okay. How many times should I use next int? How many times did I use? Okay. Why did I use 2 times? Why did I use 2 times next int? Okay. I've used 2 times, right? That is, I've used it twice. Why did I use? Because I need 2 inputs. Okay. So first time when I enter next int, that will get stored into num1. Next time I enter again next int. Okay. I'll store that value into num2. Okay. So next int, when I say, see here, listen to me carefully. When I say num1 is equal to in dot next int, when I say this, what is the meaning of this? It means, okay, next int is waiting for the, see, listen to me. Okay. In is an object, okay, and next int belongs to this particular object or to the class of scanner class. Okay, so don't worry about all this, we'll discuss later. So just focus on next int. Okay, so next int will wait for the user to input a value through the keyboard. Is that okay? Is that okay? Right? It is basically a method which is waiting for the programmer or to the user to enter some input. After taking that input, that gets stored into the variable num1. Now I want one more variable, so one more number, one more value. Okay, therefore again I will say in dot next int. In dot next int. I'll put that. Is that okay? So that is the reason. How many values am I taking actually? How many values am I taking? I am taking 2 values, next int and next int. 2 values I am taking, and I will store it into num1 and num2. And then, as usual, I will add those 2 numbers in the material, page number 12, that is num1 plus num2. And then I will print the values of sum of num1 and num2 is sum. Did you find that? Yes or no, guys? Okay, so tell me, if suppose you want to enter the values, or if you want to take the values through the input, right? If you want to, you want to take the values to the keyboard, which class will you use? Which class you will use? Scanner class. What is the method name? What is the method name? What is the method name? Guys, don't forget the S is capital. The S is capital. Is it okay? Yeah. And next int is not a variable. It should be having open bracket and close bracket. So don't forget that. Right? No? Right. Okay. Now you might ask me, Subhash, should I say, okay, scanner I only. Okay, this can be anything. It's not necessarily in. It can be anything. It is like your variable name. It can be anything. Is that okay? Scanner is a class. Okay, and this can be in. So in is nothing but your reference. It is of reference data type, or scanner can be called as a reference data type. Okay, so don't worry about all this. We'll discuss this slowly. Okay, but I'm just telling you, you can use any other name. It is like your variable name. Is that okay? Right? Is that okay? But listen. Okay, guys, listen. I know you will get confused, lot of confusion. Scanner in is equal to new scanner. Okay, new scanner system dot system dot in. Okay, so this in can be anything. This is I have defined, but this in cannot be different, cannot be something else. It has to be system.in only. Is that okay? In this line only this can be different. This is a variable name. Is that okay? Right? Yeah, cool. So basically scanner is a class, so don't worry what do you mean by class and all, later we'll discuss. So, and if you want to use nextInt, if you want to use this method nextInt, then you have to define this class and say in, correct? No, so whatever name you give here, no, that has to be given over here, in dot nextInt. If suppose you use here if, then you have to give if over here. Is that okay, guys? This is mandatory. Is that okay? Am I making it clear to you guys? And then store the value into a variable a, b, or whatever it is. Is that okay? This one and this one should match. Okay, why it should match and all I'll tell you later. Is that okay? Now tell me what is nextInt. nextInt is a method belonging to the class scanner. Okay, so scanner is a class and nextInt is a method. And what is in? What is in? What is in? In is basically an object, or you can call it as object reference. All this I'll discuss later. Don't worry for now. Right now, did you guys observe there is one extra line, guys? Okay, did you see there is one extra line? Okay, what is that extra line? What is that extra line in that program? Okay, what is that extra line in that program? That line is called as an import statement. The first line, import. Okay, import. Okay, so java dot util dot star is what I've given. Java dot util dot star semicolon. Okay, no, so what is this line called as? Write that in the material. It is called as import statement. It is called as import statement. It is called as an import statement. Is that okay? It is called as import statement. What is it called as? Put that in the chat box. Put that in the chat box. What is it called as? Guys, quickly. What is it called as? Import statement. Okay. Now, what is this called as? What is this? ಯಾರಿಗಮ್ಮ ಭಯ ಆಗ್ತಿರೋದಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಮ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಭಯ ಪಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್. ಯಾರ್ರೀ ಅದು? ಭಯ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆಯಂತೆ ಭಯ. Okay, now listen to me. What is this called as? Okay, this is basically called as a package. It is called as a package. It is called as a package. Is that okay? This entire line is called as import statement. Only this is basically called as a package. Okay, so what do you mean by package? Basically it is nothing but set of folders. Okay, Java is a folder. Under Java there is something called as util folder. Under util there can be multiple classes. Okay, no, now what happens, why did I put this line is because in our program did we use this class called as scanner class? Yes or no? Am I using this class called as scanner class, guys? Correct? No, right? So when you use the scanner class, let me show you. Wait, let me show you a program, then you'll understand. Okay, so okay, so see here, do I have the same program here? Scanner, did you see this, guys? Can you see my program? Okay, now what I will do is I will remove this line. Okay, no, I will just remove this line. Right now, shall I run this code, guys? Guys, put that in the chat box. Shall I run this code? Did you see I have removed it from there? Yes or no? Did you see? I'm showing you once again. Did you see I have removed that import statement? Okay, now let me run this code. Java C. Okay, taking input through Java, enter key. Okay, now dhamar. Okay, when I actually compile this code, what does it say? Okay, boss, what is this? It is not understanding what is the scanner. It does not know what is scanner, guys. It does not know what is scanner. Okay, what are you writing? What is scanner over here? Cannot find a symbol. I'm not understanding what is. So compiler is indirectly telling you or directly telling you, I am not knowing what is scanner. Okay, so what I will do, I will tell the compiler, look boss, okay, read the statement, import java.util.star, okay, or java.util.scanner. Okay, it means I'm saying, guys, Monesh, listen to me. Monesh, first you listen to me. Monesh, darling, listen to me first. Then you can ask your doubt. Listen, I've not completed it. Don't ask me doubts in between. Listen to me completely. Then you will have no doubts. Listen to me. Okay. So when I put this Java, okay, let me first write it like this. Java.util.star. You know what am I telling by writing this line? I am telling the compiler, look boss, if you find something like scanner or anything that you don't know or it is not defined in the language, then go and find it over here in this particular folder. What is that? Java.util.here. Okay, no, so if you go and find it over here, you may be able to understand what do you mean by scanner. It is a user defined class. It is a user defined class. So package will have, didn't I tell you, you'll have all your runtime libraries and all those things, guys, runtime libraries and classes and all those things. Okay, so they are this, it will be over here, it will be present over here, all the scanner class and all that will be over here. So when, if you don't put this over here, your compiler will not know where is scanner class present. It does not know what is scanner class, right? So I am telling the compiler the scanner class is basically doing some input output activity. If you want to know how to work with scanner, okay, compiler, go to this particular location, you will find scanner. Please do compile my program and give me the bytecode, is what your scanner, your import statement is going to tell to your compiler. Did you understand this, guys? You understand? Okay, so this is basically an import statement, and java.util.star is basically called as a package. So your package will contain all predefined, not only, you can write your own package also. Okay, these are standard packages which will contain predefined class libraries, or your classes, everything, all methods and all that will be predefined, which you frequently use, like how you have your printf, scanf and all that, which is predefined, right? Similarly, all your classes will be predefined, and after predefined, those classes would be compiled and would be kept over here, okay, which the compiler can later use, or you can later use it by telling the compiler where it would be stored. Did you understand? This is called as your import statement. Is that okay? Is that okay? Did you understand? Yes or no? You have any doubts? Unmute quickly and ask me now itself, so that I can proceed further. If you have doubt, unmute yourself and ask me now itself. Okay.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
I
Sir,
can
Naveen
hear.
here, sir.
Naveen, tell me, Naveen.
Sir, you are speaking about that in.nextIn, right, sir? Sir, instead of using nextIn for each variable names, why can't we? Is it possible to use the same nextIn for multiple variables,
No, you
like
cannot
we
use
use in
one.
C?
No, how do you use for multiple C? I mean, you use
Sir,
scanf.
percentage D,
Percentage D,
scanf
percentage D,
percentage D,
percentage
yes,
D. No,
like
here,
that, sir.
yes, you can do it. Okay, but now in this nextInt you cannot do it.
Okay, sir.
In
Okay.
nextInt you cannot do it, but you can do it. There is a method. There is a format method. There are many methods to do it. Okay, but using scanner class you cannot do it.
Okay, sir. Fine, sir. Thank you.
Using nextInt you cannot do. NextInt can only take one integer value from the input stream, that is from your keyboard. It can only take one integer value.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
No problem. Okay, right. Did you understand, guys, this thing? You understand this? Guys, if you ask me only, I'll ask you nothing in the chat. Nothing in the chat. Just talk to me over the call so that I can be able to, I can clear your doubts. Anything else? Do you understand this? Yes, no?
Sir?
Yeah.
So
Tell me.
for previous programs, we didn't write import java.util.star,
coming
but
to
for
that.
this
Yes,
particular
I'm
program.
coming to that. Yes. Okay. Now give me time till tomorrow. I'll tell you in detail how it is and all that. Okay. So, okay. Because just because you have told, I'll tell you, there is one package which is automatically imported. Even if you do not import, automatically there is one package imported. That is called as java.lang package. Okay, no, there is one package. Okay, let me write it over here. Anyways, let me tell you why to wait till tomorrow. I'll tell you now itself. Okay. Even if you do not import that package, right? Good question. What is your good name? What is your good name?
Pragna, sir.
Padma.
Pragna.
Pragna. Okay, Pragna. So there is one package called as, okay, java.lang package. Okay, no, java.lang package. Okay, this package is automatically imported by your compiler. Okay, so whatever you have done, right, system.out.println and all those things, it will come under this particular package. Even, but if you also put this, there is no problem, but you are overriding it. When the compiler is doing it, why are you doing it? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
That is the thing. Okay, can you please put that somewhere in the material? Java.lang is by default imported. Put that in the, put that in your material. Write down that in your material. Is that okay? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Guys, you any doubt? You can ask me in your ask me. Unmute yourself and ask me quickly.
Sir.
Yeah.
Sir, can we compile the scanner classes, sir?
Scanner classes are already compiled for you.
Those user-defined classes.
So scanner.
Can we run it over again?
You can run it. You can run it. No problem. You go to this Java. You have installed your JDK, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So you go to the JDK location, okay, and you will find one file called as src.zip. Okay. In that, if you open that zip file, you will get the source file for scanner class. Okay. You can also compile.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, the source code is there. You can go and find it in your JDK installation. So you can also compile, but the scanner class is already compiled and kept. Is that okay?
Okay, sir. Thanks.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Okay, right,
Hello,
guys. I
Subhash.
think,
Hello.
yeah.
Sir, Arun here.
Arun, tell me.
So this yes, import statement is similar to like in C we used to initially header file. Is it similar to like that, sir?
Okay, you're asking whether both are similar.
Yes, sir.
Okay, do you know C language?
Yes, sir. Basic and
You have attended my classes anytime before?
yes, yes, sir.
Very good. Then answer my question. If I put in C language hash include stdio.h, correct? No?
Yes, sir.
If I put like this in my source code, what will happen? What will happen quickly? What is your name?
Arun, sir. Arun.
Where are you from?
Sir, from Dabaspeta, near to Tumkur.
I know Tavaswed. Okay. So
Yes.
Arun is thinking, why the hell did I ask this question to Subhash? He is asking my back questions. Alva? Correct, no?
Yes, sir.
Banto illo mind alle?
Bantu, sir.
Nan gottu, alva? Why did I ask this question to Subhash? Subhash is again asking me back question. Anyways, having said that, okay, so in C language, when you actually put hash include stdio.h, what happens is that your preprocessor will actually go and take the contents. You remember the first day of my class?
Yes,
C
yes,
class?
yes, sir.
What will happen?
Yes,
okay, when you the contents of this stdio.h, okay, will be read by your preprocessor, and it would bring back into your code, and whatever it read from stdio.h would be replaced in your code, correct? And
yes,
when it replaces in your code, what happens? It becomes your expanded source code, correct? No?
Yes, sir.
The source code expands. It becomes your expanded source code. You remember? I told you expanded source code. So if you have only 10 lines of code written, because of this stdio.h, your code will become 150 lines. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
I forgot your name. What was your name, buddy?
Arun, sir.
Arun. Okay. So Arun, so there is an expansion. The source code expands over here. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
But here there is no expansion. Your content of your java.util.all will not come and sit in your source code. Okay, no? Rather, compiler will go to this particular location, get the reference, and come back and then do the necessary activities. There is no source code expansion in Java. Okay, that is the difference between this one and this one. Is that okay?
Okay, sir.
Did you get that?
Sir. Got it. Yes, sir.
Awesome.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, no problem. Right? Yeah. Having said that, okay, guys. Okay. So, did you understand this java.util.star, guys? Okay. Yes or no? Okay, now listen, yes or no, you guys put that in the chat box. Okay, yes or no, right? But okay, but here I did not tell you what do you mean by star. Star says that I am telling the compiler you can go and check this particular folder, that is Java folder. Under Java folder there is one more folder called as util folder. Under util folder there are so many classes. Okay, you can go and check. You can go and search for scanner. It means all. It's a wildcard character, all. Okay. But I don't want compiler to, I don't want to tell the compiler that, go check all and all that, but I want to be very specific. In that case, I will just say java.util.scanner. I want you to go and specifically search for scanner. This is one way of doing it. Yes or no? So what will I do? I will compile this code. See, this is one more way of doing it, right? So Java C, okay, and it works. Did you see that? This is one more way of doing it. Instead of going and searching for all classes, okay, I've just directly given the name of the class. Is that okay? So more about packages we'll be discussing later. For now, don't worry about all these things. Okay, let me keep it star over here. Okay, and then proceed further. Is that okay, guys? Did you understand this? How to work? Yeah, awesome. Right, now come to the code. Okay, I've given you one more code. Okay, what is it called as? All-in-one. Did you see that all-in-one? Okay, so okay, Pratiksha, I think better you must, unmute yourself and talk to me. I won't understand or else. Okay. Anyways, I'm going to the next topic, and so that at the end, after 10 minutes, I'll ask your question. I'll take up your doubts. Okay. Yeah. So thing is like this, right? Can you see that all in one, guys? In the page number 12, did you see all in one? In page number 12, yes, no. Quickly say if you've seen that all in one. Okay. Now I've given you a program completely. Okay, to take different kinds of input. Okay, now let me ask you a question. Can you tell me for integer what is the method used? For integer, can you tell me what is the method used, guys? Okay, nextInt. Very good. I want you to put the open bracket and close bracket also. Only then it is complete. Okay, so if you want to take an integer from the keyboard, then the method used is nextInt. Okay, now if you want to take a double from the keyword, from the keyboard, what is the method that you will use? Double. Okay, if you don't know, double is nothing but double precision of float. If you want to represent a number that is bigger than float, right? No, a bigger version of floating point number, then you make use of double, which requires 8 bytes. Okay, no, yeah. Now, if suppose I want to take a float value from the keyboard, then what is that I will use? Okay, float value. Then it is next float, right? And if I want to take a next bool, I mean, if I want to take a boolean value from the keyboard, then what is that I will make use of? What is it I will make use of? I will make use of next boolean. Okay, more about boolean and all we'll learn later. Don't worry for now. Is that okay? So I'll make use of boolean. Okay, so if I want to read an entire line, if I want to read an entire line from the keyboard, what is that I will do? Entire line. Integer means only an integer, right? And if I take only what is that? If I want to take only floating point, it is next float. But what if I want to read an entire line? Okay, which, what do you mean by a line here? How do you consider anything as a line, guys? Tell me. How do you consider that, and how do you think, I mean, how do you consider something as a line? Okay, guys, tell me, how do you consider something as a line? Hello, how do you consider something as a line? It should terminate with a, it must terminate with a new line character. When you give an input, right, it must terminate with a, not that program line while giving input. Wait, I'll show you. Okay, yeah, it is basically words. Don't worry about string. I have a separate chapter called as string. So until then, don't worry. Okay, it is terminating with a new line character. More about characters we'll discuss later. I just thought you guys know. It's okay. If you don't know, it's okay, right? Now, if what if I want to take only a single character out of a line, I want to take only a single character, then what will I do? Okay, so you have something called as in.next.caret0 or some other position. Listen to me, guys. Listen. Okay, I'll show you that. Wait a moment, right? Now, if I want to take a word, it is next, just next, in.next. If I want to take only a word out of a big line, I only want to take a value, then it is next. Okay, if you want to take only a single character, then I would say next. Okay, dot char at which position? Char at 0th position. This would give you only a single character. Okay, now let me try to run this code and show it to you. Okay, not sure if I have written that example. Let me see. Okay, I think I have not given that example over here. I think, yeah, it is basically an program that, yeah, correct. This program is basically what I want you to type it by yourself and check it out, how to do this. Okay, now I have an assignment for you. For today, I have an assignment. So the assignment is that you have to type it after the class and tell me the difference. Is that okay, guys? Just say okay in the chat box. I want you to, you know, yeah, purposefully I have not typed this over here. I don't want to show it to you. I want you to type it. Okay, now did you observe after, okay, if you see that program, right, first I have taken 2 integer inputs. Did you notice it? Using next int, I've taken 2 integer inputs. Did you notice it, guys? Yes or no? Okay, and then I have put next line. Simply I have put next line. Did you see that? Yes, no, I just put a next line, reading the next line. Okay, now after that I've taken 2 double values. Did you see? I've taken 2 double values. Is that okay? Yes, no? Hello? Yes, no? I've taken 2 double values. And after that, again, I've put next line. Did you see that? Okay. Then I've taken next float. That is 2 floating point values. Then I've put next line once again. So like that, I've continued till the end. Okay. My question to you is, why did I put that next line after taking each and every input twice? Why did I put that next line? Okay, and then the next question is, what will happen if I remove that next line from this particular program and run the code once again? Okay, so can you please give me the output of both the versions and tell me what is the difference between those 2 versions? That is, first version is with next line and the second version is without next line. Is that okay, guys? Will you do that?
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, did you ask me any doubt? Who is this?
Sir, I want the answer, sir.
Huh?
I will tell the answer, sir. Answer.
You will tell the answer?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what is the answer?
Sir, with next line, if we are going to print the output, means the output will be printed with 1 by 1, sir. With some space in between them.
No, I didn't get you. Who is this?
Sunil, sir. Sunil Raj.
Yeah, Sunil. Sunil, what is it for? I did not understand.
Sir, if we do the program with next line, sir, in the next line means the output will be printed with 1 by 1, sir, in order.
No.
No, sir.
Okay, then continue. Then let me see.
Then if without next line means the output will be in straight line, sir. With
No. That is not the answer. That is the reason I want you to try it out. No, that is not the answer.
Okay, sir. I'll try and.
Is it okay? That is not the answer. Okay, no. Right. Okay. So, guys, it is 9:26. So I think we have some programs to do that. We'll do it. Shall we do it tomorrow, guys? We have only 4 minutes instead of doing it. Okay. So no, it is not even to mark the end of input. Guys, don't answer anything now. I asked you to try it out. Why don't you go and try it out? Try it out now and see the output. Is that okay? Please see the output. I want you to try it out and tell me what happens over there. If you don't know, I'll tell you the answer tomorrow, but I want you to try it out. Okay, now don't search for Google or anything like that. Just try to see, but try to execute that program. Is that okay? Right. So shall we continue tomorrow, guys? I'll take up doubts now. Okay, because we cannot complete any programs in 3-4 minutes. Okay, so let us not be in a hurry. Is that okay? Yes, guys. So now I'm ready to take your doubts. Okay, so you can shoot your doubts to me now. Make sure your video is on. Guys, waiting for your doubts. Hello, any doubts? No doubts? Anyone?
Hello, sir. I'm Kausalya, sir.
Kausalya, tell me, Kausalya.
Sir, I have two doubts.
What is the first one? Give me a moment.
Sir, when we
Give me
were
a moment.
declaring.
One minute.
Okay.
Give me, my earphone has been spiraled up. 1 second. Yeah. Yeah, tell me.
Sir, when we were reading about the naming a variable, you said you should not start a variable name with a number. Can we have numbers in the middle or at the end, sir?
Yeah, of course, you can.
And I have a doubt about that packages.
What
We should have packages for every program, or we should write package when we use things like scanner, like that, sir.
Okay, so now do you know C language?
A little, sir.
I mean, you have attended my sessions anytime before?
Yeah, that's 7 days
Okay,
class.
fine, fine. So there, okay, I use printf and scanf, correct?
Yeah, sir.
So when I use printf and scanf, the prototype for printf and scanf is present in the header file. I mean, the prototype is present in the header file stdio.h, correct?
Yes, sir.
That is the reason I put stdio.h over there. Okay, and if in my program I was not using printf and scanf, then there was no need to give that stdio.h. It was not necessary, right?
Okay.
Okay, similarly, if suppose I am making use of any functions related to mathematics, that is say square root function or any other functions, then I will have to, the prototypes are for those, mathematical functions are present in math.h. Or if suppose I'm making any string related library functions like, string copy, string cat and all, I'm talking about C language, right? So then you will have to put string.h.
Yes.
Similarly, in Java,
Okay,
the scanner classes are defined in util package, java.util package. Okay, no. So if I'm not in the yesterday's program, you saw that, did I use scanner class? In yesterday's program, did I use
No,
scanner
sir.
class? No, in that case, it was not needed to put import java.util package. Okay, why should I put util package when I'm not using anything which is there in that particular package? So in today's program, I made use of scanner class, which was present in java.util package, and I had to tell my Java compiler where or what does that scanner class do, and the definitions for scanner class and what it does and all is present. Okay, in the class definition, and that class definition of scanner class is present in the package java.util. So I have to tell my Java compiler where it is present. That is the reason I have put that package. So anytime when you're using any classes, okay, so which are part of some other
Java.lang, sir.
Huh? Tell me.
Then what is the java.lang?
Java.lang is a package which contains, your system.out.println, system.in, all your standard input or standard things which are.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Right? So all those things are present in java.lang package. Okay, because we make use of some frequently used functions like system.out.println and all that. Okay, so Java people thought, okay, so instead of asking the programmer to put every time import.java.lang package, why don't I automatically insert it there? Okay, so Java compiler will insert automatically. There is only package which the Java compiler will give you. Okay, others you will have to mention by yourself. Anything that is not there in java.lang, right, has to be given by you. But anything if it is there within your java.lang package, you need not give it because it is altered, automatically imported by the compiler for you. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
No problem. Any other questions?
Sir, Naveen here, sir.
Naveen, where?
Sir, just before a few minutes you were discussing, you are comparing that C header file with Java header file where C contains some
no,
expansion.
Java does not have Java does not have header file. Java has
Sir,
import statement.
yes, sir.
C
Import
has header
statement.
file.
In C, you said there is some expanded source code, sir. But in Java, you said there is no expansion. Can you brief something about that? That's sir.
Okay. So, okay. Did you attend my C session anytime?
Yes, sir. That learn to
Okay.
code in
So
7
what
days.
happens in that this thing? What is that? What happens in that C code is that, you know, when you say hash include stdio.h on the top. Okay. So
Okay,
now
sir.
I'll have to explain all your pre-processing things and all that. It is very difficult for me to again go back to that topic for now. Okay.
Okay, sir.
What I'm trying to tell you is simple. In simple words, when you say hash include stdio.h, so C compiler will go to that particular location where that stdio.h is present, and the contents of stdio.h would be put in the source code, in your C language source code. It means if you have a source code that you have written in C, say 1.c, and if you have put hash include stdio.h over here, correct? No.
Yes,
And
sir.
have your main function and all that written. You have your main function and all written. It is like, assume this is like this. Okay. So
Okay, sir.
after pre-processing during the compilation, what happens in this one dot, it becomes your 1.i. Okay. It means the contents of stdio.h would be replaced over here. Okay. Along
Okay,
with
sir.
your main function. Whatever contents were there in stdio.h, that would get replaced over here in 1.i.
Okay, sir.
This. Okay. So, okay. So give me a moment because you asked, let me write a program. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Hash include, okay, stdio.h, okay, int main, okay, and printf hello world. Is that okay?
Yes,
Buddy?
sir.
This is a C program. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Right. Now what I will do is so how many lines are there in this 1.c? Okay, 1 minute, wait. mkdir test Naveen. Okay, cd test Naveen, move 1.c to current directory. Okay, in this 1.c file is there, correct, Naveen?
Yes, sir.
In 1.c, how many lines of code are there?
Including the header file.
Including the header
5.
line only. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Correct?
5.
No?
5. Yes, sir.
Now I'll show you gcc minus save minus temps. Okay, 1.c. I've compiled this code now. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Now, did you see in intermediate 1.i, 1.0, 1.s and all that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I told, so in C program, when I say after your main file 1.c will be compiled, will be pre-processed by your preprocessor, correct?
Yes, sir.
The preprocessor, the output of preprocessor is 1.i, correct?
Yes, sir.
Correct. No. Now let me open this 1.i and show it to you. Did you see what has happened to 1.i?
Yes, sir. Including the header file.
Yeah. Okay. Now I'll go to the last line. Did you see int main?
Yes, sir.
Did you
Including
see
the main function, all other contents of the stdio.
correct. Did you see? Hey, you answer my question. Did you see int main?
Yes, sir.
Before this, what I had put? Hash include stdio.h, no?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
See,
sir.
all the contents of stdio.h is replaced over here. Your 5 lines of code has become more than 800 lines of code or something like that. Did you see that?
Okay, sir. Is this the same case in Java, sir?
No, that is what I'm saying. This will not happen in Java. In Java, that replacement will not happen. So
This expansion will not be present there.
Yeah, this expansion will not happen. So the Java source code will not get expanded, is what I'm trying to tell you.
Okay, sir. Okay, clear, sir. Thank you, sir.
No problem. Yeah. Any other doubt, guys?
Hello, sir.
Yeah, tell me.
So while fetching word, you have used in dot next. Why not in dot next word?
Okay, that you should talk to James Gosling because he's the one who actually gave the name to it.
No, sir. Like for line and all, you have used in dot next line.
Yeah, I have used what Java has given me, right? Okay, that is what Java has given. Okay, they've just for next word, they've only given next. What can I do? They have given name. Now, if you ask me, what is your name?
Unnati.
Huh?
Unnati.
Punati. Pranati. Punati. What is the spelling? Spelling.
UNNATHI.
Unnati.
Yes, sir.
Now if I ask your parents, why did you give Unnati? You could have given it as Revati. Means what will you answer now? Tell me.
No, sir. Like previous lines you have used.
That is what I'm saying. That is a name given by Java people. Yeah, next line, next end, next double, next float. Okay. Now why did they didn't use next word? Who should tell you? Who should tell me? Tell me. See, Java people has given next. Now, who knows why they gave next? Why didn't they give next word? Who cares? Who knows? They've given this as part of the package. We are using it. That's all. No.
Okay, sir.
You understood what I'm saying?
Yeah, sir. Yeah, sir.
Yeah, so I didn't go and check out why they did not use next word and all that, because I'm really not interested in it. They have told me that, use next and you can fetch a word. I'm using next. Why should I bother about why they did not use next word? Now you told me Unnati. Now the moment you say Unnati, can I ask why didn't they name you Revati? Am I really interested in it?
No, sir.
Might be when you were born. What is the meaning of Unnati?
Development.
Development. Might be your parents thought you will be developed very huge and very high. You will become the next CEO of PepsiCo company. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Might be one of the reason. I don't know what is the reason. Might be one of the reason. So might be they thought next word might be doesn't look good. Let me have just next enough. Might be, who knows? They would have kept it like that. I don't know seriously, but I never went and checked it out. Is that okay?
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, man. No problem. Next question, please.
Sir, this is Soumya Ganapati, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Soumya Ganapati. Tell me.
Sir, can you tell me what is assignment and initialization? I'm unable to understand, sir. Assignment functions, initialization, and another assignment something, sir. I'm unable to understand.
Int a is equal to 6 semicolon. What is this?
T.
Int a semicolon a is equal to 6 semicolon. Okay. This is initialization.
Okay, sir.
Okay. That is when I'm creating variable itself, along with it, I'm giving value to it. That is initialization. In this case, I've created a variable, but I didn't give any initial value. Over a period of time, I just assign. This is called as assignment.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, I have another doubt, sir. Sir, if we want to print 2 lines, sir, as given in the first program, welcome to Subhash programming classes is the first line to be printed, and you have succeeded as the second line to be printed. But we are giving system.output.println and a bracket with double quotes and write the welcome to Subhash programming classes, sir. We are using that println to command that you have succeeded. That line should come after that first line, sir. But after the you have succeeded line, there is no other lines. And why should we have to write println before that you have succeeded line, sir?
Where you're asking, I don't understand. Where you've done, I do not understand your question. What is your question?
Oh, sir, one minute, sir. Sure. 1 second, sir.
Where from we are asking, from which one?
Sir, yesterday a program
Quickly. What is your doubt? Quickly.
Yes, sir. Println we have to write in all places before writing println, sir.
Just println.
Yes, so system.output.println is
It is not output, it is out. Out.println.
Oh, sorry, sir. Out.println. Should we
just
have to
asking this
write
one?
all?
You're asking just
Yes,
this
sir.
one?
That print.
Without putting anything
Yes, sir.
inside. Nothing. I have
No,
put
sir. No,
in,
sir. Some anything in the brackets, sir. What we have to print.
Sir, can I speak, sir?
Speak. No, I did not understand what you're saying.
She's asking, like, there are 2 sentences to be printed. In the second sentence, what is the need to, like, again write ln? We can just write system.out.print. She's asking, like, what is the need to write ln again in the second sentence? She's asking, sir.
Okay, you want to write it using one println only, one print only.
Yes, sir, for last line only, sir, because there is no other lines to be written after that. So what is the need of writing ln for the last line?
For the last line?
Yes, sir.
Don't write. Who is asking you to write? Who asked you to write?
Okay, sir. No, sir, I'm asking if it is right or wrong.
No, see, println is used for getting the cursor to the... No, 1 second. So println is used to get the cursor to the next line. If you just say print, the cursor would be on the same line and the shell prompt will be on the same line. If you want it to look, if you want that, your next command to start on the next line, right? Then you say println. Println will bring the cursor to the new line. That's the only thing.
Okay, sir. Yes,
Okay.
sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, fine. Next question, guys.
Hi, sir. Shekhar here.
Yeah, Shekhar.
Sir, what is the default value of uninitialized variable?
You don't have any default value. You cannot have any default value.
Oh, if we print it, so it will print any garbage value in like in C?
No, you'll get a compile time error.
Error?
You'll get a compile time error.
Okay. Okay, sir. Thank you.
I'm typing it for you. You don't want? You
Yeah,
don't
sir.
want?
Please type. Yeah, please type.
Okay. Is that okay? Shekhar, did you see?
Yes, sir. Yeah, sir.
Yeah, you cannot have uninitialized variable.
Okay.
Compiler will give you an error.
So before using it, must and should be initialized.
Yeah. It has to be given some value.
Okay. Thank you.
No problem.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, who is this?
Nidhi, sir.
Yeah, Nidhi, tell me.
So I typed all the programs that you asked us to do yesterday. So once after creating a new Java project, there appeared a dialog box called create module. So when I created it, I didn't get the output.
Okay.
What was this module name? It asked for some module name or something like that.
You could have given some random module name, no?
Yeah, so I gave some random module name, but it showed some error. I couldn't get the output. But then I deleted this module. Then I could find the output. So I don't know what was this module.
Even I'm not sure what is that module that you're talking about.
Oh, okay, sir.
See, there are different. No. What happens is there are different editors. There are different IDEs which behave very differently. So only when I see that and all, I'll be able to understand. I'll have to work with it. Okay, so I don't know what is a module that particular IDE was asking about.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, no problem.
Good evening.
Hello.
Sir.
Good evening. Yeah, tell me.
Sir, in C program you told no, sir. Void main is not correct usage, no, sir.
Okay.
So why you are using in Java void main? Why you are using, sir? Instead of we can use int main only. Int main also, no, sir.
Who is this?
Sunil, sir.
Hey, Sunil. In C language, I told you void main is wrong.
Yes, sir. Warning,
Okay.
internal warning.
Just because I told in C language void main is wrong, I told you that is in C, no?
Yes, sir.
How can you, so why are you saying in Java also we can use in Java? See, there is a reason, right? So you must ask me the reason. You must not suggest we can use int main also, no? Okay.
Yes,
so yeah, so it is not like that. Okay. So in C language, I told you void main, there is a warning. The reason is C language main function will definitely return an value to indicate whether it was successful or not, right? No. So here Java program doesn't rely on the main function to return whether the program is successful or it doesn't return any value.
Okay, sir.
That is the reason it is void main. In Java, the main function doesn't return any value indicating to the operating system whether it is successful or not. Okay, there are some other mechanism to do it. That is the reason. It is void main. Main function doesn't return any value in Java, but in C it returns.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
No problem. Okay.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, Mohammad Ashwaq here.
Ashwaq, tell me.
Sir, in that method that is next int, suppose if we have a method next float and the user gives the integer value, then what will happen, sir?
Try it out. That is your assignment for today.
Okay.
That was your assignment, no? It was your assignment or not? Hello?
Yes, sir.
I gave you that assignment, no, today?
Yes, sir.
Then you're asking me only, try it out today. Instead of instead of int you give float, instead of float you give int, instead of double you give something else, character, instead of boolean you give something else. Okay, try that out. Guys, one second, and one more thing is for boolean, please use true or false. Okay, guys. You have to use. Tomorrow I'll be discussing this because you have given you this assignment. For whenever it is asking for Boolean value, give true, and for true or false. These are the two different values for Boolean values. Okay, give this true and false and then try, because don't ask me again. You will have problem when you're running this code. You don't know what is Boolean value. Boolean, try to give true or false. Is that okay? Yeah. Fine, Ashwar. Do it yourself today.
Sir.
Yeah, tell me.
Sir, this is Vasanthi, sir.
Yeah, Vasanthi, tell me.
Sir, in C we use conio.h, math.h, these no, sir. In util, all these are included, sir, or else we should use anything.
No, tell me what you want to use. I'll tell you for that.
No, sir. For mathematical expressions, we use math.h, no, sir. In Java, in util only, in all the
no, there are different packages. No, there are different packages for different things.
Okay.
Yeah, there are many packages, not just one package. There are many packages. Scanner class is in util package. Okay. When mathematical functions comes, I'll tell you where it is and all that.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Hello. Okay.
Oh, okay, sir.
Okay, ma. Fine. Next question.
Hello, sir.
Yeah. Tell me.
Sir, the import statements which we have written, who will import the package? Is it the preprocessor or someone else?
There is no preprocessor concept in Java. It is a
But
compiler.
in C, the preprocessor will.
Yeah, it is C is there. Just because it is in C, why do you consider it as in Java? Okay, so
in Java there is no preprocessor.
There is no preprocessor. There is no preprocessor directive in Java and all that. Okay, the compiler will do it. The internal compiler. Okay, the program has been written inside Java in such a way that it will go and take care of it.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, yeah, fine. Next question. Next question, guys, quickly.
So good evening, sir.
Yeah.
Bhagyashree here, sir.
Tell me, Bhagyashree.
Sir, in C, while printing out the multiple arguments, if we want the second argument to be below the first argument, we give the next new line character, sir. So can't the same be given in case of Java, sir?
New line character?
Yes, sir.
You can do it. System.out.print. Instead of ln, just say print. Okay, and then say hello, and then give. It will work like println only.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
No problem. Next question. Guys, next question. Next question. Any other question, guys? Faria is asking, explain camel case notation. Very simple. Okay. So whenever you have a class name, okay, there are two things. Class name. Okay. Variable name. I mean, three things. Variable name and a method name. Correct. And a method name. Right. Okay. And if you want to give these names, okay. So, and if you want to use camel case notation, and if the name is having multiple words, okay. So say for example, add int and float. Okay. Add int. Okay. And float. Add int and float. Right. So if you have multiple words, right, like this, then the first letter of each word, keep it in caps if it is a class name. And if it is a variable name, okay, say suppose add two numbers. Okay. So if you have add two numbers, you have multiple words over here. Okay, both for variable name, or if it is a method name, also you have the same thing, right? So then keep the first letter in small case. The rest you can, the rest of the words, first letter must be in capital case. Okay, in the upper case. This is basically called as camel case notation. Is it okay? Right. All right. Okay, guys, I'm telling you, please unmute yourself and talk to me. Okay. This is the last one. I'm answering a chat. That's all, right? Yeah. Whether variable and identifier is same. At the time you explained, I got some network issue. Please explain again. And yeah, please make sure, Ramya, that your Ramya, Ramesh Babu. Okay. So please make sure that your network is absolutely right. Okay. So
Okay,
having network problem is your problem. So just because network issue, I cannot explain every time once again. But still, because your voice, I'm explaining to you. Please, I have told you very clearly in the WhatsApp message. Have a wonderful network connection. Is that okay?
Okay, sir.
Ramya?
Okay, sir.
Promise?
Nagahamsini Ramya Ramesh Babu, sir.
Okay, Nagahamsini Ramya Ramesh Babu. What a big name, lovely name, yeah. So Nagahamsini, will you have a really good network connection from tomorrow?
Yes, sir. Sure, sir.
Promise?
Promise, sir.
God promise?
Promise. God promise, sir.
Your promise?
Yes, sir.
Tell my promise, I mean your promise.
My promise, sir.
Very good. Okay. Yeah. So what is that you explain? Identifier. See, any name that you give, okay, to your class or variable or your method, that is called as your identifier. Okay. So variable and identifier is not same. Variable is basically a name given to a memory location, correct? Or specific memory location. Okay. And if it is a memory location, that is basically called as a variable.
Okay, sir.
So any names that we give, to identify an object or anything, that is called as an identifier.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Even function names are called as identifier. Okay. And variable names are called as identifiers. Okay. Class names are called as identifiers. They're all called as identifiers. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay, ma.
Thank you, sir.
No problem. Okay.
Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can use. Sorry,
sir.
I can hear you. Tell me.
Sir, I'm Aparupa.
Yes, Aparupa.
Sir, you gave assignment for today, right? You just try this something like next line and all. So I don't get that clearly. Can you please, if you don't mind, can you please repeat that once again? So what to try?
What to try is it? Did you see that in dot next line I have put everywhere?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So remove first write this program as it is, type this program as it is and see the output. Okay. And next remove that in dot next line from the program and then type it once again and see the difference and tell me what is the difference that you found.
I'm sorry. What did you told?
Okay. First program, type it as it is given in the book.
I understood
and do it.
that.
Next one is remove that in dot next line from the program and again execute the program and tell me what is the difference that you found in the output when you run the first program as well as the second program.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
No problem. Yeah, fine.
Sir,
Yeah, tell me.
sir, I think you forgot to put import space java.util.star in second program, that is all-in-one program, sir.
What is that?
In all-in-one program in the material, you didn't put import space java.util.star, sir.
Why?
Sir, there's scanner, no, sir. So we should.
Correct. You have to put, yes.
Yes, sir. In the material, you hadn't gave that, sir.
So what to do now?
I kept it and I got output, sir.
What do you care? You import.java, I mean import java.util you put.
Yes, sir. I kept that
Very good.
there and I got the output.
Yeah, you have to insert that line. It is mandatory. I didn't put.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, that is assumed that it should be there. That is why I did not put.
Yes, sir. Thank you,
Okay.
sir.
Yeah, fine. Pawan is asking, can you explain me please why you didn't use import.java.util? Why I did not use import.java.util? I did not understand your question.
Sir, that is what I said, sir. You forgot to keep, I think you forgot to keep that line in the second program in the material, sir.
Okay. I didn't forget. I purposefully did not put. The reason is
yes,
that
sir. We got it, sir, and we corrected it also, sir.
Okay. No, here in Pawan is asking something else. Sir, can you explain me please why you didn't use? In all-in-one program. Okay.
That's what I have been saying, sir.
I got it. I did not understand what is all-in-one program. In all-in-one program. Okay, that's why I told you. See, when you chat, I won't understand what you're writing it. So when you speak to me only, I'll understand. Pawan, hope you understood that. Is that okay? Fine. I could not read what is that you have written. Right? I mean, I read it, but I did not understand what you have written. Is that okay? Yeah. Okay. Right. Fine, guys. I think any other doubts, guys? Thanks, Pawan. Thank you. In next dot caret 0, what is 0, sir? Okay, 0 is the 0th character, Sindhu. 0th character. Okay, no? So when you're typing that program, what you can do is when you're running the program, you just say Subhash loves masala dosa, and out of that line only yes will be taken because yes is the 0th character. Okay, right.
Sir.
Yeah.
And Nitin here, sir.
Yeah, Nitin, tell me.
As this Java is case sensitive, right?
What do you mean by case sensitive?
Like it should be, if it's block letters, it should be in block letters. If it's small letters, it should be in small letters. It should be aligned in such a way that where it should be block, it should be block itself like that.
You mean to say int A and A both are different?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
it
asking
is.
that.
Yeah, they are different. This here,
So,
I
sir,
mean, this line and this line is not same.
sir, in declaration, while declaring the variables, you said we can't use this predefined things like public, class, those are no.
Mm-hmm. You
Can we
write
write
it
like this?
You can write it like this.
We can use like that, right?
Yeah, you can use it like that.
Okay, thank you, sir. That's
No
fine.
problem. Yeah. Okay, guys, any doubts? Proceed further. I mean, shall I end the class? Yeah.
Sir, this is Pragna.
Yeah, Pragna.
I have a general question, sir, actually.
Yeah, tell me.
I want to know the difference between command prompt and the editor you are using now. In command prompt, can we create a file and write the program in a file directly?
Yeah, you can do it. You should know the commands to do it.
Okay, is that possible?
And I want you to use command prompt only. I don't want you to use any editor.
Okay.
See, am I using any editor? And I'm actually using command prompt only to run all my programs.
Yeah, that's what.
I want you to use command prompt only, then you will learn.
Okay, sir.
Okay,
fine.
na?
Thank
you. Okay, no problem. Okay. Fine, guys. Chalo, so we'll meet you tomorrow. Again, we will continue with the same class tomorrow, right? So sharp 8 o'clock, we'll have the session. Okay. So take care. Bye-bye. See you. Bye.